Hi there, my name's Mark. I want to do a quick introduction to this video clip. So, I am a huge sports card fan, as some of you may be able to tell just from the few things behind me. But I'm primarily a player collector. I primarily collect a couple of key players, which is Tony Gwynn and Mr. Fred McGriff. What I want to do with these video series is I want to highlight how I go about filling holes in my collection and how I store, sort, and present my collection. I think it's pretty interesting to me. I hope everybody else finds it interesting. But as I mentioned, I'm going to start with Fred McGriff. I've got about a week's worth of mail that I'm going to go through, sort, put into my collection, and store away once again. So hopefully anybody else finds this interesting, and please, if there is anything you want to know, any questions, anything in particular you would like to see in my collection. I don't have everything, but Fred McGriff, I've got, about 1,400 different cards. I don't include duplicates, and I primarily collect cards up until their retirement. So Fred McGriff, unless I'm mistaken, was 2004. I go into 2005 the next year. That's just my guidelines for not going crazy, because all of them still have cards produced every year. You've got cards produced of former legends. So to keep that insanity down to a minimum, I try to keep the focus on whatever was done when they were actually playing. So without any further ado, let's get into my mail day. Thank you and enjoy the video.
Now comes the part of collecting that some people might not agree with. The way I keep my players' collections organized is in binders. Now, yes, there are probably some not too inexpensive cards that are kept in binders, but this is just what works for me, and I will just have to take the criticism. But for me, this is the best to be able to organize, display, and enjoy my player collection. So, all right. So I'm going to start with, you know what? I'm not going to start with this because I think there's a few cards I need to kind of go through. So let's start with whatever's in here. Leaf. I believe they sent this as an extra, I think, because I'm pretty sure I had that one. But Leaf is a brand that I've always enjoyed collecting. I've always liked the look of the set. I've liked the way the cards were done, all the parallels. Just always had a thing for Leaf. So here I go. First binder. In fact, let me move this up. This is binder number 1. Starts off with rookie cards, alphabetical order, Donruss rookies, Fleer, Topps, Donruss, Fleer, Score when they popped out on the market in '88, but it's all alphabetical. One base card for each brand for every year up through, of course, this should be 2004 Upper Deck, but that was the last hurrah for Mr. McGriff. So I'm not going to play around a whole lot more. I miscalculated. This book only goes up to Fleer. I need this one. Leaf, right here. All right, now I know I've got a few more of these cards. If that is the right year. Let me see. Actually goes with the other one. You can see I've got a few. No doubt about that. So Leaf, it's not done by year. As soon as I get into all the inserts and parallels and stuff like that, I just group it alphabetically. This is all of Leaf. Some of them are kind of in sequence, but there are so many cards that I don't have. It's almost impossible to just leave all the gaps for things that I want to put in the binder. All right, moving on to the next one. Let's see what is in here. All right, we got Finest. Finest. I always forget this, and I don't know why. I shouldn't, but I believe that is in with Topps. I don't believe I separated out Finest. I believe I kept them all with the Topps, and here's Topps. Ooh, look at this. Whoops, Stadium Club. Yeah, and this collection has a bit of everything. I've got autos, jersey relic, you name it. You name it, if it was produced by one of the top, well, one of the big companies, I've got it here somewhere. Now I'm just filling in holes in my collection. These little 2 or 6 pages come in handy sometimes. Wow, I've actually got... It's too bad a lot of the Fred McGriff, now that he's in the Hall of Fame, he is signing a lot more. So it is not too difficult to run across his auto now. In fact, they've gotten a lot cheaper. Hopefully I'm not banging the camera around too much, but for some reason, I'm not seeing Finest. There's Gallery, Topps. I thought I saw one, but I really would have swore I had more. So yes, there's a Finest, but I don't see any of the other ones. Okay, here's where it gets. Let me go through Donruss, Fleer. Finest would be at the end if I did. Finest, Fleer. Aha! I was wrong. I have Finest over here. Alright, so I've got his regular. Now I've got the refractor version. So I gotta make a little room. I try to keep them in some kind of order, and this is where keeping things in pages does come in a little handy. Because I can move things around as I fill in holes in the collection. Probably gonna have to do some editing so I'm not fumbling around with cards. I don't want this to be a forever video. There we go. All right. Finest. Oh. This one down here, and this one right over here. All right, success. That took long enough. All right, let's see what's next. Luckily, there's only a couple left. What we got here? Oh, artist proof for UC3. Man, when somebody thought 3D cards were gonna come back in style, which they never did, thankfully. UC3. Where do I have UC3? It's either in the U's, or I may just have them in my miscellaneous. This is all just miscellaneous cards from anything. Oh, UC3, here we go. So let's see, where am I going to find an empty spot? And I did bring, luckily, I did bring my pages in case of just such an emergency. another one. In-depth artist proof. I'm not going to do this. Yeah. I mean, I was attempting to keep all the round cards together, but that isn't gonna fly. There'll be some more rearranging at some point. Next time I go through the collection, I'll just take a look at things, rearrange them again, put them in a better order. Let me leave this here because we now have what I know I need. I'm gonna go through. This was a really nice eBay seller. Threw in a bunch of extra cards for me. Fred McGriff fan. This one is gonna have to stay because I'm not sure if I'm gonna crack it out of the case and throw it in here or not. Yet to be determined. Gonna have to think about that one for a bit. Because I'd like to have it in here, but I don't want to really take it out of the case. Okay, what do we got here? Here's extras I need to take a look at. I mean, I'll go through and see if anything needs a better version. Another auto. Topps Tech. I don't know if I've got Topps Tech here. Triple play, so here's where Topps begins. You know what? I'm not gonna go digging through Topps. I think I'm just gonna see if I can get this out of the penny sleeve. Go, and I actually do leave the autos in a penny sleeve. I don't know why. I was fighting to take that out because I didn't need to. But I will leave all autos in a penny sleeve before I throw them in the binder. What do we got now? No, let's see. No, I've got this somewhere. I should really go through. I mean, there's just some great cards in here. Aha, here we go. Now, this, is it numbered or is that an extra I need to take a look at? I believe that's an extra. So Stadium Club. Take a look at Pinnacle, because I believe, oops, Pinnacle. Should be a little more gentle. Here's a set I really like. I think I'm only missing one. I think. Don't quite remember. But I do need to find a spot for this Pinnacle. And here it is. Empty pockets, just looking for a card. Here we go. Now all I need is the artist proof there. Let's see, Studio. Talk about 3D cards. No, it's a different brand. I won't throw them in there, but select score. There's Studio. Studio. Here we go. Do I need a? No, I don't need a. But I think, Fred, you're going to have to move. You can go here. I've got a press proof to go with the other Studio. Pretty sure there's a gold press proof in this parallel set. Pacific Crown Collection checklist. Pacific. Here's Pacific Omega. I think these are all. Pacific had so many different brand names. I'm just going to make it easy. I guess I'm going to have to put that upside down to make sense. Make the orientation at least consistent. These, now I usually don't collect newer versions. I try to keep my collection to just the years that the player was active in Major League. But I do make exceptions when things come along that either are kind of handed to me or things I see that, you know, I may just like the look of. But it is certainly not the focus of any of the collection. But these will just go in a spot. All right, and that is everything for my Fred McGriff collection. Everything that needed to go in a spot is in its spot. As I said, I'm going to go through these. I think there's a couple I may need, a couple of these moments. You saw I already have that one, so yeah, I'm going to go through, see which of these might replace a card in the collection or just go in my ever-growing stack of duplicates, because this is all just unique versions of the card. What do I have here now? I've got 1,300 unique individual cards of Fred McGriff, including the oversized ones I just throw on the binders here. Not the best way. I wish I had some protection like I've got this card. I know I can probably find them, I just need to look for them. There you go. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you having some interest in my collection.